Boulder Beach now. I was there with my crew, so I couldn't really bring you in with me because I try to be respectful of everybody's privacy and whatnot. Otherwise, I would have totally had you there with me. I did take a little video, a little 30-second video. If you can still hear my voice, I'm not exactly 100%. I do not feel good. If I was not on this path to complete these 30 days, I probably would have not come to tonight's cold dip, which I've never intentionally not come to a cold dip. That's like one of my priorities besides my kids and my running is cold dipping, because it's super important to me. Like, I enjoy the way it makes me feel about myself, my mental well-being. It makes me feel really good about, because when I say I'm going to do something and I follow through with it, it's an accomplishment that feels really good to follow through with, whatever you want to say. I'm still kind of chilly. I gotta take my sunglasses off. With these glasses, I can still see really well, so that's nice. My rose-colored lenses or whatever. I wasn't expecting to feel so like today still, but my stomach's just not really recovered 100%. What the hell is that damn noise? A bunch of stuff in the truck making noises, and I don't know what it is, so I'm sorry about that little annoying noise that you keep hearing, other than my voice. But yeah, we did it. I think this is cold dip 28 or 29. I always try to pay attention to these things, but as soon as I start getting cold, I don't remember shit, so my bad. And I don't really feel good. I know I mentioned that already. I don't really feel 100. Usually I'm like always happy to stay, or like one of our members was kind of running a little late, and usually like I would have waited, but I was like, I gotta like get in and get the hell out of here. Like, either I left people at the river, like they were still in the water, and I was like, I gotta go. I just don't feel 100. I don't like necessarily feel like queasy anymore. Like, my stomach's not like queasy, but it's just still like sore from throwing up, and my lungs were hurting from throwing up, and I just think it was like my body trying to get rid of everything. It just used all the muscles in my body to the point of it, like, my body is sore from throwing up. So yeah, it's just part of what happens when you get sick. You just don't feel good, and it takes time to recover. This is why I like to be kind to my body, and not do things to stress it out too much. Although some of my buddies were like, maybe you shouldn't be dipping because you're sick, and I agree with what they're saying. Don't get me wrong. I would not have gone dipping tonight if it wasn't for the fact that we were doing this 30-day cold dip. And I'm like, now I'm one dip away. Like, I just can't shoot myself in the foot when we're so close. And I have no doubts that I may or may not I should or whatever. I should have come. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I feel that if it was really super duper bad, I wouldn't have went. That would have sucked so bad. I would have been so bummed, you guys, because there may or may not be another 30-day repeat. This was way harder. Actually, this was every bit as hard as I thought it was going to be, and then some. Because like I said 10 dips ago, or however many dips ago it was, and I was like, man, this is just going to get brutal. Because it's like one thing to already do like 10 dips in a row, because I really have to make sure that I have time in my schedule for this activity. I have to make sure all my gear is ready to go. I got to keep my scuba socks cleaned. I got to keep my towel ready to rock and roll. I got to make sure I have a robe ready to go. Just the things that I utilize to make this whole process for me easier. I like to have it all ready to go. And it's just like a lot. Just everything that I want to keep consistent together, so that way when I do leave, it's all ready to rock and roll. And then that's not just where it ends. Like, I have my kids that I have to make sure they're ready to rock and roll. And it's been a busy day. After I went and picked up my kids, we had to go shopping for dog food for my old big Rottweiler. He needed some kibbles. And so I had to go to the store, get him some kibbles, go home, feed my kids really quickly, and then run to the cold dip real fast. And feeling like a shit on a shingle, but we still did it. And I am very proud of myself. But I'm also very humbled by my current health situation enough to know that you should take good care of your body. this for me is my way of taking good care of my body. Most people would not agree with that, but you know, I gotta find out for myself. I can't just let somebody tell me. But they're not necessarily wrong. I'm not saying they're wrong, that maybe I shouldn't have. I could have just done 25 cold dips, but there's just a certain zing to 30. I tell myself. I always end it with I tell myself, because I'm not saying that anybody should be convinced by what I say. It's just me that has to follow through with it. I just want to feel good about myself, and in this way I do, because I follow through with hard things. This is one of the hardest things I have done, especially in my 40s. It is by far one of the hardest things I have done, and I definitely didn't do this in my 30s. Or did I? No. I think I started cold plunging I was 40. Yeah, I want to say I was 40. I wanted to start 40 off with a banger. I don't know what it is with me and these bangers. They're just fun, I guess. It's fun to be adventurous. One day when I'm in my nursing home or wherever it is I go, I want to have like these really cool things to tell the nursing home people about how awesome I was when I was young. I don't know. You know, I hope I'm not in a nursing home. Clearly, I hope to take enough good care of myself that Mama doesn't have to go to a nursing home, but just in case Mama does, I'll have some cool stories to tell if I have all my faculties. Well, it was a colder day today, but it was still beautiful. It wasn't cloudy. It was a little windy. In the air, it said it was 35, but with wind, it said 33 degrees. That's what it felt like. So not as cold as yesterday. Was yesterday 28? Can't remember anything. I just do so much stuff all the time, you guys, that it's hard for me to remember every single detail. And also, I don't like to weigh my brain down with useless information. I just don't, and that's facts. Let me just tell you. I don't collect and store information in my brain that's not necessary. Well, actually, that's not true. I do. I really do, actually, store useless information in my brain. But I try to minimize it. We'll just say that. I try to minimize the crap that I make my brain store. Yeah, because I just feel like, why weigh your brain down with all this useless information? I mean, shit, I can count, so I can go back and count how many cold dips I did. Yesterday, I was like, oh, shit, girl, you were like 28 dips. Hello, bro. My bad. I haven't been feeling exactly that great these past couple of days, as I've mentioned 1,000 times. And with that, I still have to grind hard. I have nobody who babysits my children. They do not go to a daycare. They do not go to grandma's to be babysat. They are in my care, which is fine. I'm not trying to push my kids off on anybody. My kids have never been in daycare a day in their life. They have never even spent they've gone to my mom's a couple times and that's it, but I've always had my kids with me. My kids are far too important to me to send off for somebody else to take care of. Like, I want my kids with me. I want to know that they're safe and cared for and loved and conversated with and getting the attention they need. Like, I wouldn't even send them to school if the school wouldn't send me to jail for not sending my kids to school. Yeah, because like, I don't want them putting their ideas, their idealism in my kids' brain and brainwashing my kids with their garbage. Some of the shit these schools try to impose or impress on the kids, I'm not into it. But if you don't agree with it, then you're this, that, and the other, and that's fine. I'm totally happy to be this, that, and the other, but it's like, bleh. Come on, I have way too many other fun things I do in my life to be like arguing and fighting with people. I'm just not into it these days. When I was younger, I was definitely a scrappy one. I loved to throw down verbally and physically. I mean, I was a scrappy dude. What can you do? I'm not anymore, though. I'm just a little love bug, a mommy. I just want to, snuggle my little love bugs at home and be a happy person. And our happy little life, as good as it is, it's not perfect. But trust and believe, no one's life is perfect, and I am no exception. Like, I was a very desperate person to put myself in a situation to change my life because I couldn't stand the person that I was anymore. I just couldn't stand that, the way that I was allowing things to go for myself in my life. And I needed to like shake myself out of it. Like, come on, Nicole, get it together. Snap into a Slim Jim. And this has definitely helped me accomplish that. I definitely have a sense of gratitude for myself as well as my life and those in my life, my children, those I love and care about. I have a sense of gratitude that is beyond what most people could comprehend. And that's facts. I put myself in a situation out there in the river where it's cold, it's freezing, to better myself, not to flex or to show that I'm this, that, or the other. Trust and believe, most people are not impressed by the fact that I do this activity, and that's fine. I'm not looking to impress anybody. I am looking to impress myself and to do hard things and to be a better version of myself in your presence, as I always say. Because now that you're a part of this situation, like, it's you that I'm doing this in your presence for. There are plenty of people, like I remind you, that are not go team Nicole go. And I can dig it. I appreciate it. What can you do? You can't please them all. I'm not chocolate. But we're home on that sense, and I'm feeling like chocolate now. I want to warm up with some chocolate. That sounds tasty. Nah, not really, but sometimes it does. We're home. Sorry I couldn't take you cold dipping with me. It wasn't my usual. I was not my usual sparky self today, so you didn't really miss anything. I didn't have any quick-witted responses or fun things to say like I usually like to tell myself I say. Maybe it's all just me and my brain. I don't know. Feeling a little bit today, and I don't really want to bum you out with that. So don't you worry. Tomorrow's a new day. I'll be perked back up tomorrow, I tell myself and you. So maybe tomorrow I'll be back to my old self again. I need to drink some more water, get that on board, keep my system hydrated, get those vitamins in. And maybe I'll get to eat a little more food today than I have in the last few days, because I'm also a little hungry. My tummy's been hurting, so I haven't been eating as much as I normally do, which I'm not complaining about because that's not a big deal, but it is what it is. But we need to get back snapped into a Slim Jim and get back to our sparky self, because this is not the winning attitude I like to have when I don't feel very good, but I can't always bring the cheery self that I do. On that note, we're going to end it there. I appreciate you. You mean a lot to me. And thank you for sparing the time and the minutes that you give to me and my cause. It really means a lot to me. So here's hoping tomorrow's adventure will be more Nicole-y like it usually is than today, because Nicole isn't feeling Nicole-y today. But I will tomorrow, I promise. I tell myself. It's okay. I still say all these things with a smile on my face. You can't defeat me even though I feel like shit. You can't defeat me even though I feel like shit. I won't let you. So please come back and join me for tomorrow's more fun / pleasure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back for more adventure tomorrow. Love you, gang. Bye. Peace out, yo.